All right. So I'm going to talk a little louder, so I talk a little slower and softer. This is a Worldwide Blues special occasion. Our coverage for Blues Under the Bridge, our hometown festival in Colorado Springs. And it is really an honor and a privilege, and it's always good to see my friend Ori come back to town and, bring whatever he's got going, because he's a Colorado favorite. He's been here a bunch of times. I've seen you now for this is like the third year?
Yeah.
I mean, your story.
I have a Colorado ID.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, it's a great story that, you come from Israel to come play music in America.
Yes.
So, I don't know, here's a question we're going to talk about. I asked Anna Popovic what was her interpretation of, say, the blues scene in Europe. How did the blues scene in Israel start, develop?
There were always Americans that came to Israel and played blues.
Yeah.
So there was always a blues scene. But in the last 3 to 4 years, people in their 20s and 30s really got to understand what blues is, because of a lot of artists starting to come. When B.B. King passed away last year, that was basically a point where it just exploded. Like the scene exploded. And now it's very, very good. We have a blues festival, we have 2 music festivals that have blues acts. Buddy Guy was just there. So the scene is very good. It's small, it's like a scene in one city.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better than when I left.
When you left. Okay, so that's I guess the tie-in is you came to America to get the American feel of the blues, to be pure?
Well, it's not just blues. I'm a musician.
You're right.
And Memphis is not a blues town. It's a music town.
Yeah.
And so coming to Memphis, I was looking forward to learn a lot more than just blues. So yeah, I learned a lot about blues, but definitely a lot more about music.
So that's a good segue. Because, this is, your second incarnation of the Ori Naftaly sound, Southern Avenue.
Oh, from my perspective, definitely.
Okay, but, I mean, you came here and you toured around, you were on fire, you set blues from the top, everyone was excited, you competed in the IBCs, and in the generation of developing your representation of the blues, you changed it up again and you found these 2 lovely ladies that blew up Southern Avenue. I mean, I listen to your CD all the time. It's on my show, Worldwide Blues, of course. But you guys bring so much. The sound has just, I don't know, exponentialized, is that a good word? How about you guys? Okay, so for those of you, the hair differences are for now that I know, but you're TK and you're Tierinii, right? I know, so, and say hello. You're the bottom end bass guy that has always got a smile on your face, and happy to be anywhere, I guess, huh? It's a good life running around the country playing music?
Yeah,
yeah?
Definitely, especially for me.
Well, we sat next to each other when I was filming at Smoke and Moe's, and you guys were just into the experience. It was just, your eyes were wide open. You got to play with Samantha Fish. And,
so much fun.
Yeah.
So that trip was literally the best trip I'd ever had. Like the best experience
Nobody
I'd ever had.
More fun than TK.
The best experience I'd ever had with a group of musicians and it was like one big happy family, and everybody was there for the music.
It's like summer camp.
It was fun.
Yeah. And I'm happy to be part of it too, just from the filming perspective.
Yeah.
That's where the magic really happens, is at the Smoke and Moe's jams, when everybody gets up together and plays.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Sure was. Night to remember.
Yeah. Okay, so how different was it than, say, the IBC?
It was
No
definitely
pressure.
no pressure.
No pressure.
Total different vibe. Totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Just as much fun. Just
Yeah,
two different.
I love going there too. I was gonna go in January, but I had a heart attack, so they said you can't travel. So I
glad
missed
you're
you
better
guys.
now.
Oh, thank you, but this is about you guys. I want to hear how you're influencing him, or vice versa.
Well, okay, I'll say that we both grew up in the church, and so we have this church background, and church and blues, or gospel music and blues, kind of go hand in hand.
Me too.
And with Daniel being like a jazz, like he went to school for jazz performance and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I never heard that.
Don't tell anybody that.
But no, we all have different influences, and when we all came together, blues is such a genre of music that brings out the purity in you. And it's like our pure forms of music kind of melt together. And we call it Southern Avenue, but it's so much behind it, you know what I mean? So it's fun to grow together as a band. We haven't been together a very long time, but our music, has pushed us and taken us a lot further than most people in such a short time span. So I'm happy for that.
Well, the gospel influence is really evident with you guys.
Thank you.
With the drums and the vocals, I mean, really. And that's one thing when I sent Ori the Sunday Gospel Brunch video that I shot. And I'm in the back of the camera and I'm just dancing away. And I'm going, yeah, this is great. Because it was. I mean, it was just one right after another. Everybody coming up and doing something. And you guys held it together. I mean,
Well, for 3 days it was, so we're thinking it'd be okay, and you got this gospel.
Texting 7
Just
women
fine.
at
Don't
once.
worry about it.
oh yeah, huh? The ladies on the chorus line. Yeah, that was amazing. Had you ever met Tempa before?
Temper recorded on my debut album.
Oh man, okay.
Because Ori, her boyfriend is Israeli, or husband is Israeli.
Yeah.
She came to Israel, and that's somehow we got to know each other. And she recorded, and we kept in touch, of course. So, yeah, I know her.
She's a gem. We loved her. And it was like everyone was crying when she moved to Maui. It's like, well, we can't go see you.
Well, you can't argue with that.
Yeah.
It's not like we own
Hey,
it.
she's
played
fun, now
blues.
it's fun.
Yeah, she
Makes
played
sense.
Blues Under the Bridge before too, and that was before I started videoing, and I just took still pictures. But I wish I would have had some video of that, because she's like, she prowls the stage. It's like you guys, Yeah. But so, a new album's coming out with this new project, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. I'm very excited about it.
Still working hard on it. Still in the grinding stages of it.
Yeah, we're recording it at the Zebra Ranch.
Almost.
So, in Mississippi.
It's funny because I don't mean to cut you off, but you take too long. But
Yeah, I will.
He's very relaxed,
Thanks,
like
Kanye.
me. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish. But no, it's been quite an experience. I think this time around recording for us was different because
Live up to the expectation.
man, what should I say? How can I put this?
Just wanted to cut him off.
I did. But no, honestly, the coming together with ideas, and we have been performing in music already for so long. And so when we got into the studio, it was like, okay, this is what we wanted to sound like. But then after you start adding in everything else, and our engineer Kevin Houston, he was so great, like he's so amazing. It's like it's a whole nother color. It's like a whole nother, but it's us. So it's been quite an experience recording this album, and I think, yeah, I know. But it's special. It's special. It's our
It's
first
a lot
one.
better than I would do.
So yeah.
He is so modest, yeah. And he's
not
still
modest.
smiling.
Hey, why wouldn't I?
You're right, yeah.
I have no reason not to.
I know. So you guys had obviously musical history before Ori, right?
Well, not much. Well, yeah, we did.
She's like 8 years old.
I'm 21. I've been in church and band and my whole life, and I didn't start the whole touring and stuff like that.
It's the first band.
Right, it's the
Yeah.
first band, as Daniel says, that I'm in. I've done other bands and stuff like that around the city and stuff, but I'm still in college. So it's all
right.
an experience.
Yeah.
I did, after I graduated high school, I got into musical theater and I toured the country a few times before. And then I had my kids, and after I had them, then I just started gigging around the city and then got with a few party bands that took me, different states and stuff. And then, but this is like, I was working on a solo project and the songs were coming, but the production side of it was hard because I wanted live instrumentation, and most of the producers that wanted to work with me, they weren't really live. They did the whole digital beats and stuff, and it was really hard to try to get them to, like a whole band in the studio at once, or it was rough. And so right when I was like about to crack, because I couldn't get my music to go as quickly as the songs were coming, Ori kind of came into my life and everything just fell into place, which I was terrified about because I've been spending so much time on my own project. Stepping into a new project, collaborating with a new group of people was the scariest thing in the world to me.
So she said, I want my sister.
Yeah, but it all fell into place, and I was on the fence about it for the complete first 5 months that we were touring as Ori Naftaly band. But I think that as soon as Daniel played with us one Sunday, he filled in for one of the
In the middle of the gig,
In the middle of the gig,
I was hanging out, and I got the call at probably 9 o'clock. They were one set in, and they needed a bass player.
Yeah, so I think the first time.
To the rescue.
I think the first time we all played was the first time I was thinking like, okay, he's a good friend. This might work. But he didn't want to be in the band because he was so busy.
That is not true. Whoa. I played in lots of bands when I was in Memphis, and I was just finishing a record with my good friend Mr. Graham Winchester at the time. So I was wondering, what do I do here and there? But I mean, then the second time we played together, I was like, okay.
Yeah, so like it was stressful because the band, it seemed like a great idea, but then it wasn't solid because the bass player there was an inconsistency. And as soon as we got him, I was like, okay.
And then seemed like I've created a lot of anxiety.
And then me and Ori had this really, really long powwow, talk it out, and like there were tears and there were hugs and there was
Pizza, lots of pizza.
And after that conversation that Ori and I had, I was completely 100% sold, like mind, body, and soul. I was like, okay, we're moving forward with this. And then I let go of like my solo project and moved on to this wonderful collaboration. And I'm really glad.
That's when we did Southern Avenue.
Yeah, that's when we changed this. Yeah.
So was your solo project different than what you're doing with Southern Avenue?
It's not that much. It's a little less bluesy, but it's still the same feel of like music, funk, soul, rock. It's
So are you gonna is any of your stuff on the news?
Absolutely.
Of course, she wrote the. She's wrote every song.
I think everything I worked on before the band, I kind of just set it aside with a fresh. You want to start something new with a fresh, like you don't want to bring like old, just like he didn't want to bring. And so we all. It's more of a collaboration when you're there.
But
like this is us. So I write.
Blues is a traditional form of music. And we can always play blues, and we proved it. I think we proved it. And there's no reason why we can't play a blues festival, a music festival, and do what we want to do. Now, everybody here loves blues, so it's easy for us to do that because we know how to do that. It's just really a matter of us writing just dozens of songs, and whatever comes. What's bluesy, what's not bluesy.
You don't want to stop anything because everything that's come so far has got us to this point. So
yeah, like it's not. We're not going.
What happens?
Yeah, we're forever. There's no reason why we can't forever be doing blues, but it's really about what's on the show and what's on the CD and what CD it is. Is it our 5th CD or our 2nd or our 1st? Do we play a blues festival or is this a music festival? Did these people buy tickets to see us? So we're gonna do whatever we want to do. And not do,
yeah, that's the way it should
like
be.
tonight,
Really.
like tonight, we're going to be maybe just like a bit, like not even. We're just gonna do what we want to do. I don't think there's even, And tomorrow night, Booker T is not a blues musician.
No.
Shanika Copeland can do blues, but a lot of other stuff is really soulful. It's really kind of like, you know.
He's a master musician.
Yeah, no, but it's not like, you know. You gotta do blues, but then you gotta do something else and have fun with it.
Well, you know, and that's it. Everybody wants to cling on a genre like blues. Well, on my Worldwide Blues show, I play the spectrum of music, and some people are going, well, this isn't really blues. And I go, well, you do your history and homework and see, yeah, they might have started a different shred, you know, because I'm a metalhead. And then I ditched metal because I heard jazz fusion in the late 70s and went, man, that's the deal, that's real music, you know. And blues was, you know, it's been building up, and because of the diversification of the interpreters of blues, it is what it is now. So what do you do? You know, you're doing the right thing. Everybody's coming to see you, I know, because of what you do. It's not because, oh, this hit song is in my mind. Yeah. Well, and the first time I heard you guys, I mean, I
It's
can
the
tell
one and
that-
only time I'll ever say anything nice about you, man.
Kidding me.
I swear.
But I could tell the gospel influence with you guys right away. Because I started out in the church in the adult choir at 8 years old because I had the voice, whatever the voice was. It's gone now because of throat cancer, but I still love the spectrum. And it is so good that we have these festivals that put in, you know, you're going to love Jesse Cotton Stone tonight. You're going to love him with Grant Sabin together. Eric Bowe and the Constrictors. Eric's a rocker. He's not really you know, he's in the blues club. But, you know, people are coming because this is a traditional festival here in this town. We don't have to go anywhere, thank God. You know, but we don't mind going up to Denver. We don't mind going to Winter Park at all. It's so beautiful here. You know, and now they're opening up Trinidadio again in the South. Trinidad. Yeah, Trinidad Blues Festival. It's going to be the first year, and Shamika is coming down to do that with Janova Magnus, which, you know, Janova Magnus is racking up them BMA awards, but I don't know, is her brand Strictly Blues? I know Strictly Blues, that's Kai Turner, my buddy.
It's really interesting when you talk about that, especially for us being from Memphis, because we are, me personally, I live about a few miles away from North Mississippi, where you have hill country blues, but sometimes people hear that and it's electrified for them. They go, "Oh, that's just rock," and I say, "No, that's good as hill country as it gets." Hold on a second. But people have these different interpretations, and that's what makes the blues so great. You can't just say we're doing blues. Okay, well, what kind of blues? Where are you from? Where's your drummer from? Where's your bass player from? Like, you know.
See, this is good, man. He's always quiet, but boy, the comments are right there. I mean, really, people are always putting these questions together to everybody at wherever, and it's like, oh, let's hear it from the real people that do it, you know? So tonight, you're gonna just kind of put a set together, and it's gonna be the same or different than what are you gonna do for
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, I still thought about it, but then I saw the set time, and I was like, okay, we're gonna play a lot tonight. So we're gonna have a few things we're gonna keep for tomorrow, but
it's also part of the whole show too.
Yeah.
Like, say if you had a band after you that you knew was going to do a lot of Chicago style blues, like mostly, you say, okay, well maybe I won't do quite as many of those songs. So just so that the whole show is completely different. And you know, if you're capable of switching things up like that, why not make it the absolute best show possible for the listener? I mean, hey, they paid to get in. Let's make it as good as possible.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, the show here is real reasonable tonight. I know a lot of people are coming, and I'm excited. I'm going to be up on the balcony, and, you know, doing
there's
what
a
I do.
balcony.
Yeah, there's a balcony that goes around the top, and it's not a deep balcony, but it's good for photographers because the room is kind of, you know, it's long, and the stage is in the middle. So I was telling Michael Mark, I said, you're not going to be able to get up right in front of the stage. you know, because that's the blues from the top of Smoking Joe's. That's what we do. We get right in front of you guys, and everybody has to chase us away, you know. But that's the excitement, man. People come to see those moments, and you know, trying to explain, as you're trying to explain the musical stylings that you're doing. I mean, Colorado is kind of like a regional music capital where people have, you know, certain preconceptions maybe based on what they've heard from you guys to date, you know. And it's always, nobody's going, gee, I wonder if they're going to do this or that. It's like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do. You know? And
All right.
so you're gonna be walking around tomorrow. Mariah Carey.
I'm working on
You
it.
know, I bet. Break some glasses.
Yeah, that's something.
So you're gonna be walking around the festival tomorrow, saying hey to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's really,
That's the best part.
yeah, it's a very sectionalized place. So yeah, you're gonna bump into everybody.
Especially playing earlier, and then you're done. You're like, go hang out. What's going on? What are you up to?
Yeah.
Here we go. Food. What's going on?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I can't wait to see what's happening tonight. I'm not going to be there tomorrow, to tell you the truth, but because I got my radio show, and I'm trying to do some coverage for people that can't come. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, like I shot Smoke and Mo said. I shot Grant and Jesse a while ago at Stargazers. But we're going to put things together so people can still experience you guys. You know, and there'll always be no time, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh man, it's been fun. Is there anything else you want to talk about that we haven't?
She's getting a foam mattress.
I'm getting a
She's
new
getting a foam mattress.
yes, memory foam mattress. I'm so
You'll
excited.
remember the shape.
Man, so this is an okay hotel, huh?
It is. It's lovely. It reminds me of that movie Parent Trap at the end where they all are in a hotel trying to get the parents together. Yeah, but anyways.
I like Super 8.
I bought a new mattress too, but nobody wants to talk about that. For some reason. I didn't even want to bring it up because it's not a big deal.
Is it memory foam?
But
Well, you guys can't experience your new mattresses where you are.
is yours king size?
I am the queen.
What's
I don't matter what size it is.
Okay.
It don't matter what size it is.
Shit, it's like if it's like at my house, I have a king size because I'm a king size guy, but I got two huskies that go, you got to move to the edge here. I don't know how that works with you guys, but it's the way it works.
Mostly starfish position.
Yeah, especially now, you know, it's what, 80 degrees outside. It's not hot to you guys, is it? Because you come from humidity in Memphis.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone's here, oh, it's so hot. It's a good thing it's under a bridge.
You know, the worst though is when you're convinced that it's at 90 or 100%, you look down and it's only at 68. And you're going, it could get 32% worse again.
So are you guys going to drive home after this tomorrow or what?
Sunday we're playing in Fort Collins at Peddler's Pub, and
Oh,
then
great.
Monday morning.
Okay, all right. So have you found anything real interesting about Colorado Springs yet that you like?
The hotel.
The Mining Exchange.
The chairs.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
piano.
Yeah, this is a good revitalization job. You know, it was empty for a long time.
We saw something we didn't like leaving Colorado Springs, but we got here to agree to a famous person that was in this city about 20 minutes before we got here.
Oh yeah,
But everything else has been great.
I know. That's not even worth a mention though, is it? Because, you know, we want to concentrate on happy stuff, and hopefully there's enough people that's going to want to have happy stuff continue
Oh yeah.
that
You're all right.
they want to hear about that stuff. But we're going to catch you tonight. I can't wait to hear what's going on this time, and it's going to be, you know, I don't know if you've met all of the Denver friends from Blues from the Top that came down to see you guys, but Anthony Earl and Michael Mark and Gloria and everybody that loves you guys already, no
people.
matter what you do, and the new people, yeah.
Appreciate it.
I know, man. It's always good to talk to you, my friend, and I'm always captivated by, you know, vibrant, pretty, beautiful lady.
Me too.
And Daniel agrees, yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be a great show. Hopefully we'll
Yes,
catch
we're going
you
to
before.
sound check now.
All right. Well, thanks again.
Thank you.